doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rocking and rolling, man. A legendary moment as always, as Bizarre is in the building, man.
What up, though?
I'm excited to have you on because I don't know if you remember in our first interview, it took me an hour and a half to remember how much I fuck with you, bro. It's so crazy because I was like, I grew up listening to you, and then you became so like legendary and so like prolific in the game to the point where when I was sitting next to you, I kind of forgot. I was like, I felt like I was talking to a different person kind of from who I listened
I
to.
get that a lot. Yeah, I get
and
that
then
a
it kind of re-snapped into my mind like, this is Bizarre, dude.
Yeah.
This is a GOAT. This person who's been topping billboards, a person who's been on tour across the country and world, a person who's dominated on every significant level of hip-hop. And I think the historians know and the hip-hop heads know how significant you are to the game. But the game has shifted a little bit. The game has changed a little bit. Prominency in the game, how do you feel like you stand as far as hip-hop is concerned? Where do you feel like you're placed in general when it comes to hip-hop?
Oh, shit. Damn. Shit, again, that was a loaded ass question.
More like I want to know, how do you feel like where your place is right now in the game? Like as far as everything you've accomplished and you've done everything at the highest of the levels, like where do you think you're placed right now? Like where do you think people look at you?
I don't know, man. I feel like I got like a burst of energy, man. I'm on my Jim Jones shit right now. You know what I'm saying? No, man. I feel like I definitely feel like I'm an OG. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. I've been rapping since I was in the 5th grade, bro. Yeah. So, you know, this shit is work, man. But I enjoy doing this shit, and I think my place in hip hop is dope, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to, you know, accomplish some shit that, you know, the average rapper ain't accomplished, man. So that's a lot coming from where I come from. So,
do you like it though? The OG kind of like feel?
Yeah, I like the OG shit, man. I like that OG shit because it's like, you know, you can just like watch shit from afar. You see what I'm saying? Like, you like, look at them young niggas over there fighting. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, they let young nigga about to get his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of can like take a foot back. It's almost like a sergeant doing his 20 years in an army. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you know, I could just sit back a little bit. Like, I could do the pace. I ain't got to hustle and bustle. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had international success, so we was overseas just as much as we was, you know, in the U.S., so. Yeah,
I was talking to a lot of cats about that, about how D12 is so prominent and your name is so prominent overseas. Like, they still treat you guys like gods to this day, right? Like even Dilla Day, I hear from some people that Dilla Day is more announced and glorified overseas than it is in America.
Yep.
And do you feel that way too with like D12 and with your name itself? Is that the same kind of stature that you feel like overseas there's more love than there is in America?
Definitely more love. Yeah,
and what do you think it is? Like, what do you think is a separating factor?
I think they just like real into hip hop and the b-boy and breaking and like because we did a show, our biggest show we ever did was with Danny Brown, and that was in Ireland. That was like 100,000 people. Yeah.
100,000 crowd?
Yeah, 100,000. Yeah. So I tell you this though, when we first started, it was like we met with all the departments at the label. So at the time, like international was like a ghost town. Like nobody wanted to go overseas, so the international promo guy like came and basically like kind of bribed us a little bit. He basically told us like, man, look, a lot of people don't like going overseas because the food sucks and, you know, it's a long way, you know, language barrier and all that shit. So he told us like, if you put that work in over there, it would pay off. And so we went over there for like 2 months straight doing promo, man. Just putting the work in, man. And the food was so nasty, we ordered the raviolis and shit from the U.S.
I've heard, man.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah, I know I told this story a million times. But, yeah, so we put that work in. We put that work in overseas, man. Like, bro, just imagine, like, doing, like, 25 interviews in one day.
Ugh.
That's what we was doing overseas. And then they don't really have humor. So they just kind of like real like
direct questions.
Like bizarre. In 1995 they said, you know what I'm saying? So we used to just be brutal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit paid off because once you get love overseas, you can always go back over there and tour.
Amazing.
30, 40 years later, you still can be over there just get money.
It's so insane, man. It's so insane. The perception of what's hot to them is different than it is in America. Like in America, it's different what's hot and what's trending. It's like kind of and I feel like in America, you kind of go like what's hot on the charts at the moment or like what's in front of your face at the moment versus like what actually has like substance and actual like real skill behind it. You know what I mean?
Shit, Detroit is his own country. What's hot in Detroit? That's a whole other.
Yeah, Detroit's its own niche that's actually breaking out, which is interesting. Like Detroit sound is going mainstream. It has been for like the past decade.
Yeah.
Right, and it's more prominent now. You got to talk about like First Day Out. You got to talk about Try Me. You got to talk about Money Phone, and these things that break out. Right, but nothing as significant as First Day Out. Probably at the level that it did to break out the Detroit sound. It had to have been like the biggest thing, right?
Right, for sure.
When it comes to you doing He's Got a Gun 5, man.
What?
I've been to your listening parties. I've listened to this shit, and I'm always like blown away.
Right.
By how fresh you keep it, how bizarre you keep it.
Yeah.
and the fact that you're still able to do it at the level you're able to do it. What's the motivating factor? And also at the same time, how do you gauge how much effort you're gonna put in on every single tape? Like, do you go, I need to do everything I got?
Right.
Or do you just have fun with it while you're doing it?
Man, we basically just have fun, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I found the youth, man. Like I just, and I ain't saying this for everybody. This don't work for everybody. It's just for me. I just like being around Marshall and, you know what I'm saying, the greats like Royce. I just kind of like cleared everything out, bro. Like the studio was my life. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't in the studio, bro, I don't even feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like I could stay home for a day, maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? But I started getting antsy, bro. Like I gotta get in that studio. You know what I'm saying? And me and my boy Five Mouth, I'm basically at his house every day, and he feel the same way.
Yeah.
So fuck the club, fuck all that. So that shit is like brought a youth to me. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like I feel like I'm 17 again. Like
it's cool as fuck, bro.
The hunger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it ain't a job no more, man. I could just have fun with it, man. You know what I'm saying? When all those years, man, bro. Like, you know, I was like, we had this thing with D12 where basically like we used to pride ourselves on not missing shows. So I think I probably missed one show out of the fucking 10-year touring. I mean, to the point where like I knew I was sick because I got asthma real bad. I knew I was sick, and the manager like, yo, think you can make it? And I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna give it to y'all, but soon as I get off stage, we gotta go to the emergency room.
Oh my God, man.
We gotta go to the emergency room.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're kind of like when Kobe tore his ACL, but he still took those 2 more free throws before he got off the court.
Yeah. Man, I mean, then it got to the point where like they would set up my breathing machine, my nebulizer. They would set it up on the side of the stage.
Oh my God.
So basically, as soon as I get off stage, I'll go straight to the nebulizer for like 30 minutes until I get my breath back.
Was there ever a point where you were like, I'm not gonna fucking make it? Like I gotta get through that shit.
Like, it came points, bro. Was like I said, we didn't want to let our fans down. So like, bro, like.
Man.
I would like try to catch it early. Like I fly to a city early. I go to the hospital early. Like I go to urgent care, get some antibiotics, sleep until it's showtime.
Did anybody treat you like a baby during those times? Like we had to take care of Bizarre, like in a good way, where it's like we gotta.
Hell no, them motherfuckers ain't treat me like
So proof wasn't like, all right, man, like we gotta. He's about to die on us, dog. We gotta.
Hell no. They used to be like, "Is you good?" You know what I'm saying? They used to be like, "Is you good?"
So you're like dying.
Deny. Okay, I'll take it back. Deny was more like a, "Biz, is you good? Just gonna make it?" You know what I'm saying? But like after a while, everybody got used to it. They used to see me, my big fat ass on the. Cause I used to be way bigger than this. I had my big fat ass on the side of the stage, just on the nebulizer.
Man,
We was just having fun, man. We were, dog, you gotta realize, man, we was like the first ones out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that shit happened so fast. Like, you know, this shit it's like a fairy tale movie. You know what I'm saying? Like your boy, he gets signed. Like y'all grow up, y'all want to do this because I'm the youngest in the group. So like I was always M's little homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm always the little homie. I used to fucking drive my little fucking putt car down 8 Mile all the way from fucking Schaefer to Hoover to Fairport because he stayed on Fairport and 7 Mile. And he used to leave the back door open for me. You know what I'm saying? So I always been a little homie. So to see him say, yo, when I get on, I'm gonna come back and get y'all. Like he left, he went to California. So, you know, that's like your friend leaving you like, damn, he got signed, he live in California. He ain't gonna come back and get us, man. Damn, man. And he came back and got us. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, you know, I'm living the life, man. If nothing ever happened to me again, man, I'd have done everything I have wanted to accomplish.
Right.
I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't been in the Grammys, I didn't been in the Oscars, I didn't been in movies, I didn't went triple platinum, all that shit. I done fucked the baddest hoes.
I believe
the
that.
The nastiest hoes.
Ugh.
The dirtiest hoes.
Ugh. Man.
The beady hoes.
The thing where you have to go get a test afterward, hoes. Like, I gotta.
I had a couple shots on the road.
Man.
God damn.
I've been there too, son.
Yeah, right.
Look,
you had a couple
bro.
shots, man?
What are you talking about, bro? I used to literally go get those like HIV pills after I would hook up with someone and make sure that I did not get it. I was like, I gotta make sure I don't get this shit.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should get that fucking. Oh, I'm telling my secret. Get a fucking Z-Pack, man. Get a Z-Pack.
What's that, son?
What is that? That's the antibiotic, right? It's a ricin. So it's basically it's an antibiotic. I basically, if you got any STD, that shit is going.
Oh, yeah. No, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there.
You said, oh, okay.
No. We're talking. They call it something else where I got it, but yeah, no. Yeah, man. Everybody's so soaked into those moments, man. Your moment of realizing like you made it, kind of, right? Like the early stages of making it, but then nobody imagined that it would be to the scale that it was. I'm assuming that even when Eminem did get signed, you guys didn't think like, oh, it's gonna turn into the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm sure when he got signed, you guys were probably like, this is crazy. Well, it's Dre, but what did you think at the time when it was happening? Like, what was the significance did you think it was going to be? Like, how far did you think it was going to actually go when it actually happened?
Man, I mean, I just knew the sky the limit because it's Dr. Dre, man. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn, like, what a landing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was fully aware that Dr. Dre don't fuck with everybody. So that's like the cream of the crop, man. So
recently, man, you and Be Real got together,
right?
Dropped a fire ass song. What
Foul mouth over there.
he connected the dots for it, huh? He connected the dots for it, or you saying
no,
yeah, for sure. Well, how'd that come together? And talk about how the success of it, because it did fucking numbers.
Be Real is like one of my OGs. He was like one of the first dude that took a liking to me when I was like out of LA, because he's real cool with cartoon. You know, cartoons, the one that do everybody tattoos.
Oh, cool.
He did my stomach. He did 50 Cent back. Oh. He did this when he did what he did. He basically did every successful rapper out here. But yeah, Be Real, man. He used to take me to this place called the Rainbow Room in Cali, and it's basically a little restaurant where you can smoke weed at and eat the shit. So Be Real always been on some cool shit, man. He the one that got me smoking joints. You know what I'm saying? He created the funky tip, and he also was the first person I smoked this weed called Headband that was real popular back in the day. So Be Real is the king of weed, man. So
you gotta talk about Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa and shit like that.
But he just came right through, man. I heard him on the song. That's why the hook sound like that. I got a couple of scrolls of those. I was really trying to imitate him, and I thought he was gonna come and fucking do the hook over, but he didn't, so it ended up staying. But I had him in mind on that shit. Yeah. So I just sent it to him, man. He sent it right back. You know what I'm saying? And then we went out in LA and shot the video.
Yeah, man, I loved it. It felt like it was like 2000s but modernized.
Yeah,
like a
man.
flashback, but like felt fucking fresh. Still.
Yeah, man. That was dope, man. Yeah, he was rapping his ass off on it too.
For sure. Can you talk about the event that you got coming up? You're doing did you already do the listening party?
Yeah, we
Oh,
just
man,
listened to party already,
was
man.
I invited to the last
Yeah, man,
listening
you too Hollywood for us now.
I've been to every single one. This is the first one I wasn't invited to, man.
I know, man.
Out of nowhere.
That might be my bad because when I was when we pulled up, I literally thought.
No, I sent him an invite. He probably didn't check it for you.
Okay.
He didn't check his deal.
Damn, he wasn't there.
No, but we at the L Club this Saturday, man.
Cool.
You
It's
know
gonna
what-
drop before that. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. The album drops Saturday, and the party is Saturday at the L Club.
Is there any surprises on
Man,
the tape,
we got
man?
some shit in there, man.
What you got?
And I've definitely got the young hipster world tapped in, man. So it's gonna be some dope artists performing, man. But
Dope.
the L Club, man. I get so excited before a fucking release party performance, man.
I stood to the whole entire one the last time, and it wasn't just because out of love. It was literally like I was fucking with it. I was like, this is crazy, bro.
yeah.
You and Foul Mouth together is like this duo.
I know, man. Everybody, it's like a marriage, man.
Yeah. When you are developing your sound and continuing your sound, it still sounds very bizarre. It still sounds very you.
Yeah.
Is there a new phase that you think is gonna come out of the bizarre style? Do you think that you're ever going to try something new or go into a different lane? Because a recent song that you had, I think it's called Prayers.
Mm-hmm.
And when I listened to it, I was like, this sounds kind of OG-ish, unkish, get your shit together type song.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot, bro.
Yeah. I had to tap in. That was like some deep shit. That was just
It was different.
going through therapy. Yeah, I've been going through therapy lately, so like that's what Five Mouth brings out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where our marriage is. Like we don't have a certain sound that we go after. Yeah. So sometimes I dig in his fucking computer for weeks finding shit, and I don't rap it. I do what the beat tell me to do. So if the beat is emotional and it needs my healing and it needs my voice, I'm gonna do what the beat tell me to do.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I don't have any rules anymore.
Do you is therapy easy?
At first I thought I wasn't getting anywhere. I felt like I was talking to a dude every week about my fucking problems, cause he was just fucking listening, and I'm just like, damn, man, like where the fuck is this going? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then so we started like doing an exercise where we was like tapping into my childhood. You know what I'm saying? We started talking about my childhood and me growing up with asthma and have to be admitted to the hospital every week at Children's Hospital. And then that's when we started getting into my abandonment issues and all that shit. And I'm like, okay, now this shit working. This what I need. And then actually my therapist on my album, man. So he on the intro.
What does he say?
You gotta listen, man.
Yeah, they kind of like, I think, because I've been to therapy too, they kind of like help you blow up a bubble, like you're building that bubble for them, and then they pop it. Like, we got it now. We figured out what that problem was.
Yeah.
Is that anything from, do you ever talk to him about touring and like the early 2000s?
Yeah, I talked to him about touring and all that shit. And like, sometimes I be feeling like he needs somebody to talk to.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? But you ever get there before a therapist and like they fucking go through like depression too. Like,
yeah, he was
listen to all these motherfuckers.
My therapist was like to me, man, my wife was ugly and shit, but I loved her. And I was like, all right, man, like, what am I supposed to say to you about your ugly wife right now, bro? Your birthday was a couple days ago, man.
Yeah.
Did you have any kind of moment during your birthday? Did you feel like a shift or anything happened to you, or is this just another year for you?
It ain't never another year. I'm a Cancer, so like I'm like one of them brats on my birthday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if I got a girlfriend, I don't get a gift. Like that's damn near a deal breaker to me. But
did you get any gifts on your birthday?
Nope.
Did you get you didn't get shit?
No, not yet. I ain't get shit this year. But I ain't even really care. But probably next year. This the first year I haven't did a party. I usually have a party on my birthday, but
yeah.
But this album, it all just came so around. So my birthday party is fucking Saturday. That's what I'm gonna do it at the L Club.
Okay, for sure.
That's where I'm taking all the fucking drugs in the world.
Oh my God, man.
Everything. Fuck it. you got to say fuck it sometimes.
God damn, son. We want to get foul out the microphone real quick. We're gonna add a microphone. You can sit right there. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Nick, can you throw foul out the microphone real quick?
Days last
We
July.
got foul mouth in the building, man.
Yo.
This is like a dynamic duo, man. I think.
Oh man, Batman and Robin.
When God created a producer rapper combo, I think he was like, let me get the rejects together.
No, bro, honestly, it's funny you say it like that
Yeah, let him go.
because me and him are both extremely outside the box. And I think that's why we work so good is like we're confident in doing things our own way. And we both have been judged by people about how we do things. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you said something a minute ago. I wanted to chime in bad. You said you're on number 5 now, and you're like, does this make you want to do different stuff? So that's the thing is like he said it too, but these albums are very different from each other.
Yes.
From 1 to 5, they're very different. You get a chance to go back and just revisit them a little bit. Them vibes have it don't even sound like the same stuff we were doing on the first album. It sounds like don't get me wrong, we still sound like we sound, but it's different music now.
Oh, for sure. No, I remember listening to the first tape, second tape, and then once it started hitting 3, once it hit 3,
That's when it
I was
started
like,
changing.
what the fuck?
Yeah, 3 was on some different
Yeah,
shit.
that's when it started to
Because
change.
it takes a moment to kind of get your.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
this guy, bro. Like, not everybody comes. I pick certain people out, and when I work with them, like I try to give them like everything that I possibly can. Like nothing's off of limits for the most part. And he's the one person that comes and takes extreme advantage of it.
All the beats that he got aside for me that he think I'm gonna get, I fucking probably is not gonna get it.
There's days where I swear to God I didn't think
Yes.
he picked a beat, and he picked the second beat I played, and then there's other days where I'm like, oh, he's gonna love this. And then 135 beats later, when he picks some crazy shit, that's a lot of how a lot of our vibe changes. Is he'll pick some shit that I never expected, and then he does something I never expected, and then I don't have a choice. I got to grow with him. I'm watching it naturally happen. We don't just work together; we're together for every drop of the process.
Man.
Yeah.
He writes right in front of me. I record it, and like we're together for all of it. So like the understanding is, if you're together for every single track, every drop of it, you're gonna really understand each other well. Now
Wow,
it's
that
like
sounded
the back of our
very,
hands.
Very suspect.
I take that back. I send him shit sometimes, and
Are
then
we
we
allowed to say no
we
Diddy
high
still?
five.
No, we can't do that.
No Diddy's a,
Dirty hands and shit.
What are we gonna do without no Diddy, man? What are we gonna do? But no, you're absolutely right, man. That chemistry takes a while to develop, right? It's not just something that happens overnight. Even though you guys have been working together for a long ass time to develop the new sounds and stages of the music, it's something that only a long lasting chemistry can develop. It's like Kobe and Shaq playing together. It didn't work out right away, or it didn't it took time to develop, right?
We've been places like we've been in a couple of studios where it's like big studios, and I couldn't get it right, and he then went to the engineer and like, yo, let me record it at my house. He'll feel comfortable there. Like he just ain't feeling comfortable here. Like type
I want to
shit.
kind of talk about the recording process because I'm in the recording process myself right now, and the energy that it takes and the amount of effort, but also knowing that sometimes the timing is just not right for a particular piece.
Right.
Does that ever happen to you where you're like, I know what I want to say, I know what I want to do, but this is just not the right time?
All the time. He knows it too, cause like I'll get a vibe and I'm like, damn, I'm feeling this beat. I got this hook in my head and I got some shit, and then I'll be like, yo, let me just record this hook, and I'll just record like a dummy hook, and then I'll be like, yo, I'm out, man. I'm gonna come back in a couple of days, cause it ain't the time. It just ain't the time. It ain't the moment. It ain't. It don't always feel always right.
Do you have to take yourself there to figure it out through those days, or do you just naturally let it come? And like when it comes, it comes.
When it comes, it comes. Yeah. When it comes, it comes. When it don't, it don't. Sometimes we don't do shit at the studio.
Yeah.
You
We
know
got
what I'm
long
saying?
days sometimes too, where like we might have already been working for 5 hours. So he'd be like, yo, play some beats before I bounce. And then he hears something. He'd be like, hold on a second, let me record real quick before I get out of here. He's had Ubers outside waiting, knocking hooks out. Literally. Like he's like, damn, he left. Like they've left him. They're like, all right, I'm done waiting on this guy. He's rapping on the mic, and they're outside in front of my house waiting to pick him up. And he never shows up. He doesn't go outside and talk to him.
How many Uber drivers are you?
I probably spent about Shit, I don't know, $1,000 a week on Ubers.
Bro,
my God.
I was gonna say you spend so much on
I know.
Ubers. I don't even know how you do
I
it.
gotta fucking drive, man. I got a car. I just gonna fucking.
Last time you were on, man, you were kind of leaving me in suspense about a project that was coming on, and then AntiChrist hits, and
Oh shit!
I'm looking at Foul Mouth's name on some shit.
Right.
When I seen it, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I was like, man, I love you, bro. Like I can't believe you did it, man. You really fucking
Thank you,
did
bro.
it. And I felt like it's like what we talked about outside, man. Timing, just waiting, just working your ass off and getting to that point. Can you talk about what that moment meant to you to get on Eminem's piece?
He had a fucking party. Ask him about his fucking party.
Yeah, I had a party. I'm not even gonna lie. I took a bunch of ecstasy and got toasted. It was incredible. I mean, I couldn't have been any happier. Like, because you know how you've seen M's process. Like, you don't hear the songs, so like we know it's coming, but we don't even know what the shit sounds like.
Yeah.
So when it hit, like to me, that was crazy. I got teared up, man. Like to me, that's like
Yeah, we didn't know it was gonna switch beats, so it just like we didn't know that the transition was gonna happen like that. So he knew the song with Antichrist. So at the end, it was fading out. So he thought he didn't make it.
Well, because the Dance with the Devil part was originally on another track. It was actually, so here's things I can talk about. It's actually half of the hook for the original song that we did. So that part, when it shows up on the other beat, it takes like 7 to 10 seconds. And I literally stood up and I was like, I didn't make it. They just did business with me. This is crazy. Bro, you know how long that 7 to 10 seconds was listening to him rap on a beat, completely different tempo?
Oh my God.
You heard our part, right?
Yeah, of course.
That part, the Dance with the Devil, was on that track.
Man.
He just sped it up and that's genius. That's producing without when you're not making the beat. That's incredibly well put together. I would have thought he was going to start doing that part of that track over that part.
Yeah, man.
Like it was mind-boggling to me because it was a whole different tempo. So, but it took a minute, man. I was pretty scared there. That 7 to 10 seconds felt like 5 years, and I didn't think my track was gonna kick in, and my heart sank. And I was like, I'm out. I had a lot of thoughts by then. I was like, my friends are gonna call me, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, we listen, we didn't hear you." I was already thinking all these things in like 7 seconds, and then the beat kicked in, and it's crazy. It's like a dream come true, you know. Like you aspire to get as far as you can. When you get to the pinnacle of top 3 hip hop artists of all time, it's undebatable.
Yeah.
That's you can't beat those moments. That's as good as it gets.
And you know what's crazy too is sometimes people feel like it's a carrot on a stick thing where you're working with somebody and you're just wondering like, am I doing this? Like, I'm doing this because I love this. I'm doing this because I want to be a part of this. But you're also thinking like, I do want to do the biggest things in the world too. Like, am I ever going to get there? And then Bizarre is like, I'm gonna make sure we get there. Like, I know part of you is like, I'm gonna do always the best for everybody that's associated with me, right?
Yeah,
always.
Man. I feel like a kid with him, man. That was like, I feel like that was like a duty for God, like an angel, some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to take a kid who basically just was in his basement grinding, and then for his first ever placement to be M, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. And I seen him grind. Like this dude don't go to bed till like 8 o'clock in the morning.
God damn, man.
Every night he's fucking going through samples and shit.
I was listening to some of your talks where you've done that with other people, Yellow Wolf, Obi Trice.
Yeah.
Where you've helped bring awareness to these people.
Right, for sure.
You could name another like 20 people, bro.
Yeah, you name about
There's a lot, man. He's kind of the king of that shit.
King Gordy.
Yeah.
Who else? Obi Trice. Man, shit.
He's got a lot of success in general for the people he backed up. Like he's been successful with who he chose. You know what I mean?
Sure. You have the ear and the eye and the you understand. What was it like even with Obi? Like what was the process like for getting awareness to Obi?
The process with Obi had a street buzz. He had a buzz in the street already. And people kept telling me about him. And I hit him up and he came by my crib when I was living on 7 Mile. And he kicked his rap about him being homeless. And I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta take you to Marshall.
Man.
I gotta let Marshall hear you. So I took his demo to Marshall, and shit, the rest is history.
It's amazing. I was at the Miami show when you guys had a lot of MCs perform before you guys got on stage, fucking ripping and shredding apart.
Right.
I talked to some of these cats afterwards, and like some of them like, man, I work at Chrysler and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But they rhyme and they rip and they spit and they go fucking nuts and they put on a show, and it's like, why aren't these guys rich as fuck, bro?
That's why we had that conversation outside.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, that's why I was saying, we're number 3 talent wise. Like, I really believe that. There's so many good people here that, like, some of them, like, they know they're not where they're supposed to be, but they've already got the ego because they know how good they are.
Yeah.
And I get that part, but at the same time, if you're not there, you're not there. So it's like being in Detroit's a tough world to be in. Like, if you can be successful here, you can be successful anywhere. Yeah. Because there's a lot of talent here.
What do you think it is?
Why the hip hop crowd isn't millionaires? Just because of marketing and how labels push songs, and they know how to hit those pockets really well with what works where it works. And I think street rap is more marketable than hip hop is
right now, right?
Yeah, because I think street rap goes more after like making a song feel like entertainment, and I feel like hip hop is like trying to blend that line between making a song feel like a song but also saying real ass shit at the same time,
right? Which
is a very difficult combination, and only the masterful ones are the ones who succeed at a high level, right? But even tomorrow you're going to be with Wu-Tang and you're going to be with
Killer Mike,
Mike and Run the Jewels. Straight hip hop, right?
Yeah.
And they got their market. I think it's at LCA tomorrow too. That's a huge fucking stadium. So it's like they know how to make that money, but why aren't you hearing about Run the Jewels?
But Killer Mike wasn't always. He's been like borderline street and hip hop.
Yeah, and he was number 1 at the Grammys. So it's like,
congratulations on him, dude.
But nobody I knew ever talked about it. Like nobody in my realm of like Detroit hip hop or rap ever talked about Killer Mike one fucking time. It's not like we heard like it was like, kind of random when it happened for people who aren't like super soaked into the game.
Well, sometimes, man, you ever heard of the Detroit State of Mind? That's some real shit. It's called Detroit State of Mind. It's like really, Detroit is like its own country, man. Like, if you listen what the fuck we saying here, you know what I'm saying? Until I left here and started going to other places and shit, I started to realize like, oh shit, it's a world out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what I mean by the Detroit State of Mind is like we kind of just care about what we care about, and we can't really see past that. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And it's also because of the way that it's pushed in the marketing.
Yeah. Detroit support their own, so it'll make you, if you are a local Detroit artist and you got a hit, Detroit will make you feel like way bigger than you really are. You see what I'm saying? Like, but I just knew young, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, do they know me in Toledo though? You know what I'm saying? Yep. Do they know me in Cleveland? You know what I'm saying? So.
Sure.
You know how it is, man.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Seen it
with your own eyes.
You know what it kind of is sometimes like too? It's like the new fresh pair of J's that just came out, right? Sometimes it's like, even though that's not a better shoe than the past ones, it's what's new, and what's new sometimes is more appealing than what's actually good. Yeah. So it's that kind of mindset too.
It's also peer pressure, bro, because I'm a street nigga that's a hip hop head. You see what I'm saying? So you don't think I'm from 7 Mile and Evergreen. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you get peer pressure from like your peers, my cousins. They're like, yo, man, that hip hop shit cool, but man, shit, we want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, know who you are. And I think the people that know who they are going to win quicker. Absolutely. Like just like if we sit here and we like, yo, we want to go downtown, and you like, I'm taking 75. And you like, I'm taking the Lodge, and I'm like, damn, I don't know. Should I take 96 or the Lodge? Y'all gonna beat me there. Yeah, man. Because y'all know where y'all going. I don't. I'm still trying to figure it out. Mm-hmm. So the people who own their shit, like Nassan, shout out to Nassan.
Shout out to Nassan, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the LCA was incredible.
Like he owns his shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. Regardless, he's not switching it up. Yeah. And then you see like this type of shit he got a song with Vezo. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So who would ever think? You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
When you start doing more shit like that, that's what you do.
Sorry, I love the way you broke that down, man, and I hope that this can get like a collaborative effort between these guys and what you're doing at the same time, because I feel like there's so much more that can be applied to the hip hop scene and the rap scene in Detroit, that if there was more collaborations and more efforts, the sound would explode further than it is now. I'm super stoked for you guys this weekend, man. I know a lot of people are gonna pull out. Can you just tell me pull up?
Yikes. Yikes.
Pull up and pull out.
Yeah.
For some, but can you just tell everybody one more time the event details?
Man, we are this Saturday at the L Club Southwest, man. It's a legendary venue, man. He got a gun, man. We're gonna be there. Sure. We're gonna celebrate my birthday, man. We're gonna have a good time. And you know I always try to give a great performance, man. So
Follow him out, Czar, man. Appreciate you guys as always. Can you come back a little bit sooner next time?
Man,
don't wait 2 years to come back.
You gotta move
Just
to the
hit us
city,
up.
man.
Come on, man. Hook me
Move
up.
this motherfucker to the city, man.
Just a
Move
few
this
more months.
motherfucker to Midtown.
Just promise me in the next 90 days we can do another one. I just want you to hook it
Yeah,
up,
let's
man.
do
Come
it.
on, man.
Move this to
Let's do
Midtown,
it.
man.
I'll
Get the
maybe
fuck
I'll
out
come
of
visit
here.
you guys one time. I'll visit you guys in the studio. All right, man. We're at Parallel Sound Studio. HGG5 is coming out, man. Everybody pull up to the event this weekend and listen to the tape. Bizarre, legendary as always, man. Thank you for doing this.
You gotta.
Gone, motherfucker. We're out. Peace.